I'm David Terrace, partner at the Rawson Law Firm and head of the Federal Criminal Defense Practice and the White Collar Criminal Defense Practice. The purpose of this video is just to talk generally about fraud. Now, in federal criminal defense, fraud is very much a catch-all, broad section that includes lots of different kinds of crimes. Some of the most common are wire fraud, money laundering offenses that are associated with frauds, and very often, and one of our personal expertises, is healthcare fraud. Now, within healthcare fraud, you have the anti-kickback statute, which we're going to have a separate video on and a link to. You have the Stark Law. You have prescription fraud. Most importantly, I think, is anti-kickback because it is very overcharged. So we are going to definitely advise that you check out our video on anti-kickback because healthcare fraud, especially in the South Florida area, is a very hot button issue for the Department of Justice. You have Main Justice in Washington, D.C., and during the pandemic, even prior to the pandemic, Main Justice, Washington, D.C., the big Department of Justice, has a very specific focus on healthcare fraud being committed specifically in the Southern District of Florida, which encompasses all the way from the Keys up to Fort Pierce. And healthcare fraud is very prevalent in this specific area of Florida, of the United States in general. One of the main reasons for that being the different forms of rehab centers, the different forms of testing centers, hospitals, labs, things of the sort that are located in South Florida and all too often get caught up in major fraud conspiracies. You need a federal criminal defense attorney like myself, like the lawyers at the Rawson Law Firm, to be able to walk you through, to hold your hand, whether it be healthcare fraud, wire fraud, any form of fraud, theft, or embezzlement, federal criminal defense, because these things can get ugly quick. We have to stop them before they carry too much steam, before the case gets rolling, before the prosecutors indict, and we will make sure for you to put all of our efforts into making sure that doesn't happen for yourself, your family, and your loved ones.